right, we'll call the March 18th Lee County Board of Supervisors regular meeting to order. Corporate reports, anybody got anything? Anything on the treasurer's report? Not, we'll open the floor for public expression. Seeing nobody come forward. Report the recommendation of the board. District 1.
No, sir.
District 2.
No, sir.
I have.
I have none.
Report the recommendation of county attorney.
I have nothing, John.
County administrator.
I only have a couple of things that you talk about, but everything that I have is a closed session item, Mr. Chair, so.
Approval of minutes, February 18th, regular meeting.
Make a motion to approve. Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Approval of refund.
Mr. Chair, the request you have in front of you is to refund $32.59 to Mr. Cooper. There was an error in a tax report that was there, and the Commissioner's office got that straightened out, so we need to issue a refund.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 0. County administrator reports, payroll warrants have been issued. Approval of disbursement.
Make a motion to pay the bills. Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Delegation. Art Appalachian, Mr. Jeff Hess.
Hey, good evening. Thank you, Ms. Thomas, for getting me on the agenda, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Wright, members of the board, thank you so much. This evening's just a short 3 points. I'd like to introduce myself and reintroduce my organization, and just give thanks to several people, and thank you all for your efforts that you do in tourism in your fine county. It's absolutely just phenomenal. My name is Jeff Hess. I'm the executive director for the organization that I'm getting ready to introduce to you and reintroduce. I know some of you know that. I'm a lifelong native of the mountains here in Russell County, Virginia. Homemaker is where I've always resided. I live there with my wife. I have 2 young daughters that are in college, and I love where we live. I love these mountains. I love Lee County, and I'm proud to be from right here in this part of Appalachia in Southwest Virginia. I'm very proud, as I'm passionate about a lot of things, and one of those are our outdoors, our culture, our hospitality, and I try to transfer that into the work that I do in marketing. My organization, some of you are familiar with it, and it's been around for a while. It's been around since 1993. The Heart of Appalachia Tourism Authority, of course, was formed in 1993 by the Virginia General Assembly, and has been funded since. And as with any company or any business, it's had its share of ups and downs and turnovers, and I hope under my leadership that I can settle the organization and make a final chapter a good run. I left a fine organization. I have a background of 15 years in small business and 19 years with Virginia Tourism Corporation. And paired with my education, I feel that complements and makes me gives me a well-rounded thought of what it takes for small business to survive. And for our region there. You're fortunate in Lee County to have so many natural assets, historic assets, things that are in place. As businesses come and go, some of your assets will remain. And Heart of Appalachia has a goal of providing one thing, and that's world-class marketing to come alongside the efforts that you all do. I work closely, and I'm very grateful to have two ladies that have served a lot, and presently and past, Miss Leslie Litton and Miss Karen Maggard. And I do know Keith was just sharing with me that Leslie had alluded to retiring, Karen had alluded to retiring, and I look forward to working alongside whomever, Jesse or whomever that is. But they serve greatly on the Heart of Appalachia board. But my goal would be to convey the message that you all would like and to market your county. We're certain on where your market is. You know, I use a lot of data that brings in, and you're aware of this. You see it, Lee County, I was telling Leslie, has a situation that none of my other 8 localities has. My localities are Lee, Scott, Wise, Russell, Dickinson, Buchanan, Tazewell, and the city of Norton. But you have a wonderful position to reach the greater Knoxville region. You sit north of a metropolitan area. And according to all the data that I get, I like data, and all of my lodging data in specific, it shows me that most of our people staying in Heart of Appalachia are from Knoxville first, and then Charlotte, Greensboro, and then Salem, Roanoke. So, you know, I really penny pinch and try to spend every penny that I can targeting those markets. And in your packets, we have a robust print budget. Print is still very vibrant. It consumes my budget, but I know every dollar that I can save, I can get more print out and I can do better advertising for Lee County and my other localities. About the Heart of Appalachia, again, I have a mission. I came on board April 1st last year, and I realized we didn't have a mission statement. And what I realized is, you know, we don't need our businesses, as you all know, to survive. We need them to thrive. And Heart of Appalachia's mission statement is the promotion of one city and 7 counties, saturated with epic outdoor experiences, musicians, inspiring history, and friendly culture. We're a unique mountain destination, and our end goal is promoting tourism as being essential in a diversified mountain economy for improving small business success, sustainability, community investment, and excellent quality of life. We are Heart of Appalachia. And I think that's the goal every day I get up, thinking, how can we save more money so that we have more advertising money? And I came on board, and you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I ride the shoulders of some good work, some good marketing efforts. You have our visitor guide there, that's about $1 a copy. And we send out a lot. We haven't got the specific numbers for you, but we're in the process of redoing that. And you know, we zero in on those markets to mail those out to fulfill inquiries that come through our website and through social media, to send that out to represent your fine county. And what I was mentioning about some of the good work that has been done in Heart of Appalachia, you not only have your fabulous Ewing Trailhead, you've got Wilderness Road, Cumberland Gap, Keoki Lake, Cave Springs, and then you also have 4 of our, it's also in your pack, our Appalachian back roads. You know, you may love or hate motorcycles, they can be loud, but they love to spend money and eat and drink a little and spend money in your county. And you have in your county the Daniel Boone, Eagles Nest, Panther's Bread, and the Woodbook. They all touch Lee County. And you know, that group is also a sports car group. That's how Heart of Appalachia markets that. And I'm excited about that, because we know there's a huge population just to your south that would love to enjoy your fine county and your fine roads. As you know, it takes a lot of money to keep our roads in good shape. So looking forward, as I step into a relatively new role, I simply want to come and thank you all for your support, for your efforts, and just a fabulous county. In my position, I can't have favorites, but I truly love your county, and I'll market it as such, as the beauty the tranquility is what is appealing a lot to a lot of people. And I hope to continue to do exactly and work alongside your localities and support you in everything. Thank you again for having me this evening. And if you have any questions, I hope I can answer them if you have any.
Everything, Mr. Hicks?
I thank you all so much.
Thank you for being here.
I'll ask you one question. Have you been to Burke's Garden?
Yes, we have a 128-mile bicycle route, the Heart of Appalachia bicycle route, which starts in St. Paul, Virginia, where my office is. And it does go to Burke's Garden. I know everyone loved Cades Cove, but honestly, if you go to Burke's Garden, and the Amish are back, it's just a fabulous place to rent a bike up there, or take your bicycle, or ride your car, or whatever, take your motorcycle there. It's fabulous. Have you been there?
Yes.
Okay.
Hauled cattle out of there.
Yeah, it's fabulous, yeah. And your sand cave is technically, I know the whole trail is in Lee County. I think it sits across the line just a bit, but that is the most fabulous treasure to market and to get people, I think. And the new Pine Mountain Trail, which will come across the cliffs, it's in the works too, that will connect to Cumberland Gap. So you have a lot of things in place that I think the world will like. And like I say, without taking up too much time, I hope to market that as such.
You mentioned Cave Springs. Are they going to open that back up?
You know, Brian, I don't know. That's way beyond what I know, yeah. It's a famous swimming hole, I understand, too, ain't it? People like that, yeah.
Well, didn't Spearhead Trails end up doing something with that?
They just done made some repairs. I think with that town of Pennington's help, they done made repairs.
They repaired those bridges and stuff with it.
I think they ran it for 1 year, I think.
Yeah.
If y'all ever need anything or have any questions, just please, you got my card there, reach out.
Okay.
Thank you all so much.
All right.
Next, we got new business board appointments. Bill Coach Field,
I'll make a motion to table that.
Spearhead Trailblazer. Got a motion to
Second.
table. Motion to second, all in favor? Opposed? Spearhead Trailblazers. Make a motion to table that one as well.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor? Opposed? And Tourism Committee, I'll make a motion to table that one as well.
Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor? Opposed? Health insurance increase.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, I was doing my notes. Attached to the letter that I have put in there, it shows a 12% increase this year over last year on the employee health insurance plan. I have talked to other localities. Everybody is experiencing this. Most of us are kind of with the same provider. And there are some smaller localities that are seeing a smaller increase here and there, but by and large, all of the counties that are experiencing this increase over last year. What I'm asking for is approval to enter into that agreement for the fiscal year 25-26 for that.
What's the deadline on that?
I need to know by.
Because I know in the past, they wait till the last minute to send out what they're, they don't give us much time for, we went through this several times. As a matter of fact, we've even shopped around with other insurance agencies to come in and.
Yeah, this one, I believe for me to get this one in there, I think it's April the 30th. I was just trying to get in front of it.
You suggesting we shop around?
suggest we table that until we can discuss it some.
Got a motion to table that.
I'll second.
All in favor? School appropriation.
In your packet is the resolution for the 24-25 fourth quarter school system appropriation. I just need approval on that to be able to distribute the funds.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor? Opposed? Corridor naming resolution.
This is a project I didn't have an opportunity to get a letter in there before this one hit the packet, but there's been a lot of work done through VDOT and Winnewisco to name the corridor that basically runs alternate 58 from the Lee Wise line, actually stop at Pennington and going through the town and then pick back up from Pennington to Jonesville to have a naming resolution for that road, the Lloyd C. Sonny Martin Memorial Highway. This is something that group has been working on for some time. And I think a few of you on that Winnewisco board, so I think they talked about that during a meeting, maybe. But that was the resolution that they were asking for the board to approve that so that they could get moving forward with that road name.
I'll make a motion to accept that resolution 25-006.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor? Opposed? QT pod.
The QT pod is the self-serve terminal at the airport. What this terminal does is allow fuel cells on the avgas and the Jet A fuel at that location unmanned. This is the agreement for that. I took a look at last year's agreement, and this is a $150 per year increase over the previous agreement for that. Without this pod though, and it is pretty much the standard of what everybody uses on fuel farms for airports, the way it connects and takes the end numbers, it's basically designed just for airports. It's what enables us to be able to sell that fuel down there unmanned.
Does that cover both the avgas and the jet fuel?
Yes. What I'm asking for is a motion to approve to be able to sign that agreement.
What was the length of the contract, you remember?
3 years.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Southwest Virginia Regional Jail Fund in fourth quarter.
Yeah, attached to that letter is the fourth quarter billing for the Southwest Virginia Regional Jail. It totals $534,751.77. Oh, excuse me, $567,193.15. I'm sorry. And that includes, of course, the facility charge and the debt service for that, and I need approval to make that payment.
Make a motion, make a payment.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Pro Art.
Attached with that letter is the funding. Actually, this will be for the next fiscal year. The reason I have this in the packet now, we're not talking about it during budget time, is we provide to Pro Art $7,000 every year. There is a grant that goes along with that that funds 50% of that donation from the county, and I'm running into a deadline real quick to get that grant applied for. So I'm needing approval to apply for that grant so that we can fund the Pro Art through the next budget year.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion to approve. I'll second. Motion to second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Sheriff's Department firearm purchase.
Yeah, the Lee County Sheriff's Department has asked to reallocate $10,000 from their ammunition budget to purchase new 9mm firearms with the red dot laser sights. The department has enough ammunition in the current budget to get them through this fiscal year. And what they're wanting to do is go ahead and get those firearms on order so that we can have them through the next year. They're going to be under budget where they don't need to buy any more ammunition. There's not been a lot of new officers. They've not had to go to training. There's just, it was a light year for them for their training, which give them a little surplus in ammunition. So what they're trying to do, and most forces are going to this new 9mm weapon. And the thought process here is to get that done now, to not have to be into it whenever a lot of the other ones are going to get in there. For most departments, I believe, will start next year trying to get into those 9mm with their new budget. So if we could actually handle that now, save ourselves some money, because I'm sure there'll be a supply and demand issue whenever they want to try to do that, and it won't really cost us anything in a budget as far as, you know, being an overflow in the budget to get that done.
One question, if I may.
Yeah.
I need to address Mr. Harrison. Are you all gonna do that? Do you know? Have you all talked about that yet?
We just bought all new 40s last year. We've always used 40 cals. We don't use 9s, we go 40s, and we just bought all new ones last year.
Okay. Reason I ask is, that, you know, if we could get you all in Jonesville, if you all were gonna make the switch too, maybe, you know, buying in bulk, sometimes it could save all of everybody money too, so.
Well,
That's the reason I asked.
we used our ARPA funds, the police ARPA funds that we received last year to purchase new firearms.
Oh, okay.
Are you going with the red dot sights or just? They already have red dots on these.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing, Lena Wisco.
Yeah, the next item on there, I don't need any action on this. It was more of an FYI. The fair housing laws posting needed to be placed on the website, so I went ahead and stuck that out there so we could meet the 30-day requirement on that. And this is just an FYI to make sure you had that information in front of you to know that it was out there.
Ms. Brooks, did you have anything?
No, I'm just here, just
Okay.
in case you all need it.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely, thank you.
That's all I got.
I make a motion to go into closed session for under foreign personnel 2.2-3711A1 and investing in public funds 2.2-3711A6.
Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?